Hello. Hey, I'm gonna sneeze.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Mom's got to sneeze, so she's gonna be, oh my gosh, okay. Please don't get seasick.
Good morning, ladies, from Linda Gordon.
Morning, Linda. Oh, you shook it again.
Oh, sorry.
I think I just sent out a package for you, an order, if I remember right.
Good morning, friends from Pittsburgh. Corey Tibbs. Erin
Hi, Corey.
Pumpkin says, hi, friends.
Oh, hey, Erin.
Deanna, hello all. God, you can see all my gray hair.
I also used a new dry shampoo, and it has made my hair feel really dirty.
Which one?
The Kenra.
Yeah, it's a dirty one.
So Emily,
I told you that.
I know, but I'm like, oh my gosh, it feels like I haven't washed it in weeks.
It's like a volumizer.
I feel like I'm gonna have. Anyway, we're talking about hair. I'm not sure why, but Emily does hair, so we like to try new products, and I tried a new dry shampoo.
It doesn't look like I do hair, but
she doesn't do it anymore.
I'm trying to make my hair healthy, so not that you guys care. But
Anyway, moving on.
How is everybody?
Yeah, we are feeling refreshed and full of creative energy after our retreat / mom's birthday extravaganza.
We had a blast. It was so
So
fun.
we did a Airbnb. For those of you who don't know, it's basically you rent somebody's cabin or house or condo.
It's a home away.
It's a home away. So it was a 2-story like condo, I would say, up in the mountains.
where we couldn't leave. No
was
one
like
could hear
winter
it.
there.
No one could hear us scream.
It was so fun because we had to stay there. We couldn't have an excuse to be like, oh, let's run to the store. Oh, let's go shopping.
Yeah.
Like, we got there and we stayed there the
We hunkered
entire
down.
time. And I didn't sew because we only were able to fit one sewing machine in the van.
That's just an excuse. She had time.
Yeah.
I had time.
Yeah.
And we cross-stitched and we ate and
A
we
lot.
giggled and we played games. We love playing like card games. And we celebrated Mom's birthday.
Yeah, it
We
was
cooked her
lovely.
special birthday dinner and dessert.
Well, we didn't cook
I didn't
the
cook
dessert.
the dessert. I brought it from everything
Everything bunt cake?
Everything Bunt cake.
Yeah, if
So
you guys
good.
haven't tried everything bunt cake, you really
They have a gluten-free cake, so that's why I like to go there, is because I don't feel left out.
It's very
Because
good.
everyone else gets like all these yummy flavors, but
Yeah.
the gluten-free one is good. So yeah, we had a really good time. What was your favorite part, Mom?
Favorite part is well, it was everything, but it was just having all 4 of my girls together. That don't happen very often, and it just makes my heart sing when
Yeah.
all of them are together, and we just all laugh and giggle and have so much fun, and we get to just catch up on everybody's fun stuff and family, and yeah, I loved every bit of it. And then also my favorite gift is an ice machine.
We got her a mini ice machine.
Mini ice machine
From
because
Costco.
if anybody knows me,
Yeah.
I'm the biggest ice freak there is. I have to have ice in my drinks. And Lindsay's ice machine on her fridge went kapooey a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And so we've been buying bags of ice, and it just drives me crazy. And they bought me
how's
a
it
mini.
going?
Oh my I love it.
I used
I
it
want to
yesterday.
buy one. I used it
Oh
too.
my gosh.
I stole some ice from your ice machine.
Yeah, I loved it. I was like, I had a bag in my fridge, and I was like, why do I need this? Or in my freezer. And so I threw it away. And I mean, the ice,
Should have
like,
gave it to Hannah.
well, the ice, I mean, it makes it, like, within minutes.
Quick.
It's like,
Yeah.
it is the coolest thing. And I think the girls, Katie got it at Sam's Club,
No, we got it at Costco.
at Costco.
They were less than 100. We'll
Yeah.
say that.
Yeah. But, well worth it. Oh my
I want to
gosh.
buy one. I don't have an ice maker on my fridge.
Yeah.
And so I think that's my next, like,
Yeah.
purchase.
Katie, she bought one because with having, this is their second summer having their pool. And so everybody,
And they live in Vegas.
and they live in Vegas, and so they live on ice. I mean, she makes smoothies, ices all summer long for the kids and anybody who comes, and you know, we have pool parties constantly. And so we're constantly buying ice at her house. And so she bought her one to put, you know, with her soda bar that she has.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we love it. I love it.
Overall, it was a great weekend
Yeah.
celebrating Mom, and it was fun for all the sisters and Mom to be together
Yeah.
because we all have such busy schedules. It's not always easy to get everybody together. And
And if you've seen any of the little videos, you got to see Jessie.
yeah, Jessie was there.
Yeah.
That's so Katie is the oldest, and then it's Jessie.
Well, and her name's Jessica,
But we call her Jessie.
but she's our Jessie.
And then it's me, and then Emily's the baby.
Yeah.
My baby sister.
Yeah, I have my 2 older girls, and then my 2 babies.
And they had a pool table.
Oh my gosh, it was so
And
fun.
we played many times, but my favorite was when Emily and I were on a team. It was little sis versus big sis. And we won.
We won several times.
It
Well,
was
I
funny.
won several times because anytime the other team had
Scrap.
to get the 8 ball in, they would scratch. And I know pool.
She's
I-
like, this is the rules.
They like kept trying to cheat, and I was like, "That's not the rules." 'Cause I worked at a bar and I played pool and saw pool leagues, and I know the rules, and they just were like, it was.
It was
It
funny.
was so fun. It
we
was
all,
so fun.
we all have our pool names, or at least a couple of us have our pool
Okay,
names.
so Mom's pool name
I didn't play pool. I was just the commentator.
is Knocking Nettie. Because she
We
kept,
played a game that
you had to knock. So I said,
Yeah.
that's your official pool
Yeah.
name, Knocking
Because she
Nettie.
knocked every
I
time.
knocked
She
every
knocked on the door every time. And then Jessie's
Jessie.
was the Devil's Edge. And it had to do with the pool table, not her. Anyway,
But we had a really
we've got
good time.
lots of messages. So Emily,
Wow, where do I start?
I feel so loved. I just kept seeing comments. Let's hear them.
Let's see. No Fear Stitcher. Good morning, everyone. Marcia, I think. Hi from Florida. Sasha. Hi, new to your channel. Have bought a few of your cross stitches. Cannot wait to get them.
Oh, I'm so happy.
I have not found one that I love. I'm not sure what that was too.
Oh, probably the dry shampoo.
Oh yeah, Lang dry shampoo. I've heard great things about Lang. I just haven't. I can't get it with my discount, like, because I'm a stylist. I get like things at cost, and
Yeah.
I can't.
That-
But I
that's why
want to try
we
it.
use and abuse her discount.
Yeah. Hi, ladies. Kim from Washington State. Tina,
Hi.
good morning from Indiana. Love to see all of you lovely ladies. Corey, sounds like a wonderful retreat. Linda, it looks like you had a wonderful time. Everything Bunt Cake is bomb. They have an Everything Bunt Cake here. I gotta try it. Yes, you do.
Yes, it's a must.
These are the flavors.
Raspberry, white raspberry, right?
That's
White-
one of my favorites.
that
Yes, white raspberry, white chocolate raspberry
Yes.
is the one that everybody
Yes.
likes here. Besides, I haven't
When
tried
it's
it,
the
obviously. but-
season, when it's the fall season, they bring out the pumpkin only for
It's the
pumpkin.
best one.
That
Right,
is the
yeah.
best one, especially with coffee.
Anyway. It looked like wonderful up there. I'm the same way, Nettie. I'm not sure what that.
with the ice.
With the ice.
Oh, ice,
I need to get
yeah.
an ice maker. I have an ice maker too because of a broken ice maker. I love it too.
Yep.
Love seeing your retreat of pics of fun. I have 3 daughters and can only hope to do sweet things like that. And they are all 5 years apart. Sweet.
Wow.
Mm.
There's nothing better than a mom having fun with their
Yeah.
your children.
That's one thing I have to say is when we were all sitting there and I told the girls, I just, even though all of them don't, they don't also, like just us 3, and we only got Emmy into it this last year. And I'm trying to get Katie into it, but I told all the girls, I said, and we were all sitting there cross stitching because we started a new cross stitch on my birthday, and it just made my heart just sing to sit there and sit with all my girls and have a hobby that we all love and enjoy, and we can all talk about and just enjoy each other. And I wish that for everyone. I just wish everybody could enjoy that.
Corey said she'll forward her address so she can come
Okay.
to the next one.
We
And
have talked about doing a retreat. Who would come?
Yeah.
Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you want to come to the.
I said Linda Gordon.
Linda, Aaron.
Sonia would probably come. Elvia. I can't think of it.
You guys would probably get sick of
Everybody.
all of
There's,
our
like,
giggling and
I know it sounds
the
weird, but we have like these groupies, and I'm like, dude, they'd totally come.
I want to meet you guys for sure. Yeah, we have talked about.
Linda said yes.
We have talked about doing retreats at some point, but there's a few things.
Who
Ain't nobody got time for that at this point to plan.
It would be so much work.
There's so much planning involved in a retreat.
Gosh, if somebody could plan it.
Just plan it and invite us, and we'll show up.
We'll show up and you'll have a good time.
You'll have a great time.
Funny.
We
I would try
are
my
fun.
darndest. I'm a new groupie.
We do. We have a lot of fun, a lot of shenanigans.
The Primrose girls know how to partay.
And also, I have to say, the food was amazing.
I cooked the
Lindsay
whole time.
cooked the whole time. The food was amazing. And in fact, it was funny because we went out to dinner when we got into town, into the one little town that you pass through. We went to a little Mexican restaurant that we've been to before, and it was really good. No complaints. I mean, it was good. But then one of the nights, Lindsay made a full-on Mexican meal with chicken enchiladas,
and
rice,
guac,
guac. Oh, Katie
salsa.
makes
Homemade
the
salsa.
most unbelievable guac. And Lindsay made homemade salsa. And I mean, Jessie, she's like, oh my gosh, she says, this is better than a restaurant. It was so good.
I have mastered Mexican cuisine.
Yeah, she has.
Because
It's her
Mexican
favorite,
is my favorite food.
It's the only thing that
And it's a lot of it is gluten-free naturally. And and my whole family loves Mexican food. So we have Mexican food 2 to 3 times.
if not more.
And yesterday, Cinco de Mayo, I made chicken tacos.
And it was funny because Avery, her youngest, was hovering. Actually, me and her were hovering while she was making the dinner. We were hovering over everything like, is it ready? Is it ready? So,
Wow, we have literally talked for 13 minutes.
yeah, sorry guys. We'll get on.
We're gonna be back after this commercial break. Just kidding. I feel like we're like on a show. Okay,
We can show you what are we
We
gonna
could
do
show
now?
I have an order of things.
Oh,
Okay.
Do we have any more comments?
Lots of people said they would come. Linda, of course. She's one of those groupies. Gail, Lindsay, Corey, Marcy, like tons of people. Sherry said they would.
Okay, you guys plan it. We'll be there.
Just tell us the date and we will show up.
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right, let's get down to business. It's been a while since we did QuiltTube. So first of all, I just want to mention over here, the Star Spectacular Block of the Month has started.
Beautiful.
This was the first block.
This one?
Right there.
Right there. We have Utah accents. Does anyone notice that? Okay, so if you're not on the email subscriber list, subscribe and tell your friends to subscribe. They will automatically be sent the first blocks pattern. It's a free sew along, or it's not really like a sew along, it's just like a block of the month. You can do it at your own pace. The patterns are free. So,
is there a list on the dates each pattern is released?
Yeah.
there is a date.
Was it
There is a
bi-weekly?
list. No, it's once a month.
Once a month.
Once a month, okay.
I don't have it here sitting in front of me, so I'm not sure. I would love for you guys to join in.
Yeah. And show us, tag us in
Yeah,
your
if you're
progress.
doing the same fabric or
If
your own
different fabric. I think I seen somebody post something with different
Awesome.
fabric.
Somebody is doing it with that line. What is that line called?
Which one? The red one?
Sophie.
The Sophie, yeah.
It's the line is Sophie.
That'd be pretty.
They posted their block. I can't remember the name, so if you're watching, I fell in love with how I can't wait to see how yours turns out. We are using all Riley Blake, Lori Holt fabrics. We do have some kits left if you want to pick up a kit. It is the kit is really useful because we separated it into months, so you just grab that month and your background fabric and do your block.
Yep.
So the quilt is about 70 by 70 if I remember. You just were playing footsie with me.
Sorry, I was trying to pet Benny with my foot.
That she was petting your foot.
Well, he's like right below me.
Benny is the dog under the table.
Yeah.
All right, so that, yes, block of the month. I wanted to do something special for you guys, and I know in the past I've released a free pattern every month, but we wanted to do the block of the month as kind of like the free pattern of the month this year, but so we've been wanting to release a freebie, and I will kind of move over, but it is this pattern behind me.
Thanks to Mom.
Maja made this one. I'm just gonna scoot on over here and talk about it. This is called, this does not have a name.
Oh.
Does not have a name, but this pattern will be in your inbox in the morning if you are subscribed to the newsletter. If you have a name suggestion, hurry quick, send us a message. Hasn't been named. The fabrics are 30s inspired, which 30s fabrics are really small, fun prints. The color scheme is usually like the lighter colors. We use the new line, what is it called? 30s Playtime. And in the line, there are some darker prints, some blues and reds. We took those out because I wanted it to have a more cohesive look. And we're gonna do something with the blues and reds for a different project. But this one, they're oversized blocks. They're 16-inch blocks. And when I was designing this, so I designed the pattern before I colored it with the fabric. And I wanted to make it so you could use fat quarters. So you could literally cut out all of your pieces from one fat quarter, but what makes it scrappy is having lots of fat quarters. So you get the scrappy 16 patch, and then from the same fat quarters, you will cut a strip of binding. So you not only get your blocks, you get your patchwork in the middle, and your binding from fat quarters. You don't have to worry about yardage, except your background fabric. And this would be amazing as a full-size quilt. I was writing the pattern, and the way I did it is I like calling them a one block cutting guide. And the reason I do that is because when I want a scrappy quilt, I like to cut the blocks out one at a time so that I can get it exactly how I want. For this one, what I would do is pick your main pieces, which I would say are your corners and then your flying geese. Pick those out, cut out those, and group them together.
And that's what I did.
And that's what Mom did. So she picked, for the sample, she picked the green with the yellow, the green with the purple, the pink, and the creamy floral, and then the yellow and the pink. So she picked all those out, and then from her leftovers, she cut out her 2.5-inch squares.
Yep.
and her binding strips.
And you want to make sure you do your little squares first, because you want the rest to be your binding strips, and you want those long, of course.
Yeah, so make
you
sure
don't want to cut everything into 2.5-inch squares and then go, oh crud.
Yeah, you want a whole binding strip, and I put that in the pattern. It's a really fun pattern. It's you could easily use any type of fabric line. I wanted to kind of marry up. This is like a retro 30s inspired, and this block, like the patchwork is very classic, and it like kind of creates,
I mean, there's
a
several.
secondary pattern in the middle if you look.
Yeah.
So it's really fun.
I want to make this is going to go in my room, but I was telling Lindsay I want to make a bed quilt for it, because oh my gosh, I am the biggest 30s fan there is. This is the line that I snuck and bought while she was out of the room with the rep.
This is a Moda line. We had our Moda rep come. I was going to order a few pieces that I really liked.
And then
I left the room.
And I said, I want it all.
Came back and the fabric was put away, and who knows, Mom secretly ordered all of this.
And next thing she knows, she got an email from Moda that this great big huge line was coming.
I'm like,
and she's
what is
this?
But
I don't do that very often. I don't do that.
that's the first and the last.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding. So we're gonna have kits. The free pattern will be in your inbox tomorrow. You do have to be a subscriber.
Did you come up with any names?
Were any names suggested?
We need a name.
Reminds her of Jelly Beans.
Oh, yeah.
Martha. That's it.
Oh. Yep, we need a name for it.
Matcha? Yeah, I need a name. That's one of the hardest things for me is to name my patterns. Sometimes they just like make sense, and I'm just like, this is the name. Nettie's Quilt. It is pretty. My mom's name is old fashioned.
Yeah, it's named after
the
my
quilt
grandmother.
pattern is I feel like it's an old fashioned pattern. I don't want to say old fashioned because you could do this in solids.
Yeah.
I keep thinking Bonnie and Camille.
Mm-hmm.
It would be freaking amazing in Bonnie and Camille. And I might have to make one. I'm like, we have all these mini charms. I'm like, maybe
what's
I need to
nice
make
is
one.
this pattern, like she said. I mean, if you have one of those, like, let me show you.
Oh my. Oh.
So, since it's all fat quarter, if you have one of these, just a whole fat quarter, and
If you like to collect fat quarter bundles.
and you're like, what do I do with this? I don't have any yardage to go with it. This don't need any yardage.
Yeah.
It's totally just fat quarters. And so this would make a huge quilt.
Yeah.
The blocks are 16 inches, so you get your bang for your buck on this pattern because there's hardly any waist.
Yeah.
The flying geese, I did the no waist method.
I like that. Yeah.
Which
but then you really need that block.
4x8 block,
Yeah.
which I think we do still have some 4x8s.
We can't get any more.
Right at this moment, they're sold out. So I'm excited for that. I want to do something to show my appreciation.
Nettie's garden.
Nettie's garden.
Aww.
Let me write that down. Who
That's
said
cute.
that?
Yeah, I have to tell everybody that this has always happened to me, even when I was a little girl starting school. And the first question is always, is that your real name? Is that your full name? Is that short for something? And it is my real name. It's my only name. I was named after my grandmother. And I know a lot of people that are named Annette that will be nicknamed Nettie. But it's always been Nettie. And my nickname for...
and we say it like it sounds like a D.
Yeah.
Nettie.
And it's not.
It's Nettie.
Nettie. It's
Net.
Nettie. But my nickname for like my sister and my brother and actually my dad and I think my dad was the one that did this, is it was Net. My sister, my brother, and my dad would always call me Net. And
her middle name is Ann.
Ann.
So that was the other.
My mom, it was always Nettie Ann, because when Grandma was alive, that's how they got us separated. Is I was Nettie Ann, and so my cousins and everybody, that I'm always Nettie Ann. So, but yeah, just a little tidbit. But I do like Nettie's Garden.
I think that will be the
A
name.
lot of people said they like that.
Yeah.
That's the name.
Thanks,
Barbara.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so we've had a lot of releases lately. I have been in like the zone. When I say the zone, I mean like creative flow. Like it's just
I can't sew fast enough.
Mom cannot sew fast enough for my liking. No, I'm just kidding. I just have so many ideas, so many patterns. I'll design it. It goes up on the wall, and then the fabric will come later usually. And sometimes I see the fabric first and then design the quilt. But right now, there's a lot on our wall. Probably there's all those ones. And then there's all those. That's like 6.
We can't show any of that part.
There's so many ideas. They're just coming out of me, and I feel so blessed that because I do get creative block. I do get creative block where nothing is happening, and so I feel really blessed that right now I'm like in a creative energy. So we have some really fun quilt projects to share with you. Some of these kits are sold out. Some of them are not. We'll try and let you know what's sold out. And then, but you can always get the pattern. Yeah. Which
all these are PDF downloads.
Yes, all these are PDFs, so you can buy it and get it today. First is Firework Frenzy. This is I actually designed this last year, and I remembered I designed it as we were getting 4th of July fabric. I'm like, didn't I design a firework pattern? And I did. I designed this last year. It never came to fruition as far as getting it out there. But this year I was like, I am getting this pattern out there. And it is just so fun and so festive. We have patterns in the shop. The kits sold out really quickly. We're going to re-kit this in a line I think you will all appreciate. So that's coming soon.
It will be one that Lindsay will steal.
I will be taking it.
I thought I got it.
Oh.
Literally, Mom's like, you can have that one.
Oh, well,
You did say that.
Yeah. I did. I was like, that's funny. I'm surprised Lindsay hasn't claimed it.
Can I claim it now? I'm just kidding.
I don't care. Whatever.
I think we showed this last time, but it wasn't quilted up. This is Sparkling Stars. We do have kits. It has a really fun fabric. It's like anchors and stars. Is this double batted? I can't tell. No, it's not. No, it's not.
This is. Well, I have one of these, and
don't
apparently I have to find it.
Hey, wait a minute. Do we have kits?
I don't.
We
think
have
so.
a couple.
We have a couple of kits.
We have a couple of kits on that one. Pattern is always available. This one, I'm on a B, as in BEE.
Mission.
Kick mission to get all the bee projects out there, and they're not coming out fast enough. They are just not. I love this one so much. I just love this one. I just love this one.
I have the runner too, and I
just love it.
I think we have some kids left.
Yeah, we do.
This is called Be Humble, and the pattern comes with the most adorable bee block that I've ever seen. Is this the one where my points are like?
I did it, and mine did not line up. I'm not
to get all of these to line up. You need precision.
Mine was off a lot.
I had Emily originally try and make this, and hers was off. which is okay. Mom made hers, and hers was
A little bit
off. And so I'm like, well, maybe my measurements are off. So I made a sample.
You just have to.
And
You
we
have
can't be
really-
perfect like
yeah.
her. Just kidding.
No,
I'm just kidding.
You have to have your seam allowance
You really have to have your 1/4 inch.
down pat.
Yeah.
I used my other trick or tip, starch. And
Okay, maybe that.
I used so much starch. When blocks have a lot of pieces, I feel like starch just helps keep the
Does it like not stretch it as much?
yes, it
Or
keeps
drag it or whatever.
yeah. You don't get as much stretch. I just like it. Some people will starch their fabrics before they use them, which is always a good idea because you can have shrinkage. Like I starched as I was going. And I don't really know if I had shrinkage. I don't think I did, but you can.
Sorry. Hey.
Right?
Sorry.
I like 2 different starch.
What's your favorite starch?
Mary's Best Press I like, but I kind of found one I like better. And a quilting friend actually sent me
I love it.
a bottle, and I'm like,
More.
let's try this. And we tried it, and I actually like it. It's called Flatter.
Let me go get it.
Flatter. Mom will go get it. Do we have any?
We have one in stock.
We have one in stock.
We just haven't got a lot of they're hard to ship.
Because it is liquid, and I'm always scared to, like,
And
ship liquid.
It's an
things.
odd shape. Like, it's just hard to ship something like that, so.
I actually have a hard time with scented things.
And this one smells really
This
good.
one isn't too bad.
Am I keep moving it?
You keep
sorry.
moving it.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's called yuzu. It's clean with a peel. Clean with a peel is what it says. And it's called Flatter.
It smells really good.
Do you
And-
guys use a clapper? I don't know what that is.
Oh,
Every
uh-huh.
time I go to order a clapper,
They're still that or what?
because they're Riley Blake and they are never in stock. And so, yes, I
Is that
have
that little
heard.
wood thing they
yes.
put on the thing?
Oh, I saw that.
I have wanted to use a clapper for quite some time, but every time I like go in to do an order, they're sold out. I probably could order it retail somewhere, but yeah, this is, I don't know if you guys can see. This is the starch. It's clear.
They have other different fragrances.
We've only
But
tried
this
this
is
one.
we've only tried this one because it don't bother Lindsay's sniffer.
I have a really sensitive sense of smell,
Yeah.
and it really bothers, like, really strong scents
We're
make
gonna
me
have-
sneeze.
We're gonna have to shoot Benny.
Shoot, Benny!
Oh my gosh.
Never. He is.
Stinker.
He's been a little stinker lately.
Anyway.
It's like going through his teenage years or something.
Something.
He's the little teenager dog. Okay, next is I don't know if you guys have kind of seen, it's a new trend I've been seeing, is using navy or blue as a background fabric. And I have really liked it. And so we had a bunch of this blue print, and I'm like, let's try this. And so this is to the point.
I liked how it looks. The blue.
I did a very large quilting design on this because I didn't want it to overwhelm all the blue. Because I thought, okay, if I quilt this and use blue, then you lose like the integrity of all this white. And so I decided on a cream. If I go up close, it's a very large.
Here's the bugger himself.
It's a very large quilting pantograph that I used. So it looks like this quilt is or table runner is put on point. But the
Relax. He's like, I don't want to.
the way I have you put this together, it is not on point. So you'll have to get the pattern to see how it's put together. Yeah, I just really love this block. It's so clean and crisp. I just love it. So we do have kits and patterns. It's called To the Point. And then lastly, I think we're out of kits on this one.
Yeah, we are.
Emily made this and she decided to do double batting, and it feels really nice and
I
heavy.
love it.
This is Around the Square. This is another one where there's very little, there's actually no background fabric technically. It's a charm pack, it's a border, and then this pieced border. And if you can really see the quilting because it is double batted.
We put all the fabric in the shop.
All the fabric, and we have all the fabric, and we have charm packs available in the shop at this line. It's called, what is this line called? I just forgot. Springbrook Corey Yoder.
Yeah, I just listed all the yardage. We have a ton
bundles.
of charm packs. There's only one bundle.
Oh.
There was two.
I
and then there was
love
one.
this line. I actually stole a kit to do. What's the other quilt you did?
Oh,
Mom did?
tile flowers.
I kitted before I listed. I kitted tile flowers for it myself. So I'm gonna try and do that.
Yeah, that one is a great, I would say, would you say a beginner?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
That was easy.
Very much so. And you could do
I did it in a
with-
day. It was
She did it in like a couple hours.
super fun and
Yeah.
cute and satisfying and all that.
That is a big enough size that it could be a baby, like
Just
a
Yeah.
small baby quilt.
Like very
Yeah.
newborn.
Like a play mat almost.
Yeah,
If you
there you
double
go.
batted it, it would be an excellent one
double
to
back.
put on the floor. And that fabric,
for tummy time.
it's so weird thinking about things like that. It's been so long
I
that
know.
I had a baby to think about. Okay, and then lastly, I showed a mock-up of this quilt on my Instagram, and I asked you guys for name suggestions, and I think I have one picked out. I'm not going to say it here in case I change my mind, because we all know that I do that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I change my mind a lot. So, anyway, this pattern,
It's so cute.
I think
Oh,
it's
that's fine.
I think it's my favorite pattern
This year so far.
this year so far. So,
Let's see. We have it upside down.
I have it upside down.
Yeah, I tried to keep all the beehives
Oh,
upright.
oh, I can't wait to put this in my house. That
Can
might
they
have
see
to,
it
This
all
is
the
gonna
way?
go on the wall probably. It's so cute. Yes.
Isn't that beautiful?
It's so blue is my favorite color, and I have a bee collection of things.
Yeah.
So
I just
it's
have to
so
say,
pretty.
it has so many like secondary designs going through it. So, like, I see hearts, and then if you really look back, oh, I can't see it on here, but on my screen, there's like a whole other design that I see.
You know, like if you sit there and look here, you've got 4 hearts right there. Yeah.
Don't you see it?
These are hearts, if you can see them.
Oh, okay.
And then I see it to where I don't know, these blocks here are just,
It like tricks your eye.
Yeah,
my
there's
eye
several
constantly
patterns.
just goes to different patterns.
Okay, so hold
like
this
a-
edge so I can show this pattern. So within the heart, it looks like a circle. Do you see that?
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Do you see that?
Yep.
It's like a circle, and then you have the hearts, and then you have this magicness going on in here.
Yeah. And it was really
Oh,
fun
so
to make.
cute.
It was really fun to
I
make.
can't wait till it's done.
I
Kits will be available.
Now, the biggest question is, this is just a table topper size.
Well, like a wall hanging.
Wall hanging. What size would you guys want besides this size?
Would you do it if we did?
Do you want
multiple?
a throw?
Is it a hard pull?
No.
No, it's just. No.
There is some small. I think I would struggle with maybe those smaller ones, but I don't know.
You just have to take your time.
I wouldn't say it's hard.
No.
I just say I would say how do I put this? Take your time pressing so you don't stretch your fabric.
Okay.
And
Yeah, you don't want to stretch your
and
fabric.
especially if you are a beginner, I would pin.
Yeah, I have to pin everything.
So if you were to pick another size for this quilt, what size would it be? A throw?
Yes, 2 people have said throw size, or 3 people.
Like a twin?
Yeah.
A table runner?
Do you know when it's gonna be released?
I don't know that.
She can't make promises.
I can't make promises. I have
It's
learned.
always the
It will-
first place you'll see things is in our newsletter. We always post or list things according to the newsletter.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the audience we let first come, first serve, and then if there's stuff left, then we put it like on Instagram. So just make sure you're on the newsletter because that's like where it's
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, I like
Shown
to
up.
let my newsletter subscribers kind of get first dibs.
Throw plus pillow. A pillow would be cute.
That would be really cute.
I've been saying we need a pillow.
Yeah,
And
that'd be really cute.
so this one is going to be a kit for sure. The table topper / wall hanging size. I don't even know what size that is off the top of my head. I think it's
I'll
around
have to close
36
up.
or 38.
My favorite thing is the blue. It's like blue on blue with the bees in it. Look how cute. It's just
I know, we
so
didn't do a close-up of
cute.
the fabric, but there's bees.
Yeah.
You guys, I'm on a bee kick, and everything bee related is like,
Yeah.
it's what I want to
There's
do.
a lot of the bee stuff out this year.
It's the thing
on
now.
trend
The
right now.
gnomes are gone. And
No,
now
the
it's
gnomes
bees.
aren't gone.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many fabric collections I have been shown or have seen upcoming that have gnomes in it. So the gnomes are not gone. I'm not a huge fan of gnomes, but a lot of people are, which is great. We all have our own tastes. I am a big fan of bees. I love bees, and if you watch our floss tube too, we're doing lots of bee stuff right now. So
Some upcoming bee things with FlossTube as well. I'm finishing up a project now. I'm in the works of another one, and they're both.
I just wanna whole bee quilt. Okay, back to this one over here. You guys can't see it, but the blue one.
I think.
What was I asking? The size?
I think you should do the table
Everyone said
topper
throw.
and a throw.
Yeah.
Okay. I will say those little corners, there's a lot of piecing in those corners, but it's chain piecing.
Yeah.
It's not
I don't
difficult.
like that.
Mm-mm.
You
Yeah.
don't like chain piecing?
You don't?
I've done it once, and I struggled. But
No,
that was,
you're thinking strip piecing.
oh.
No,
Yeah.
chain piecing is where you
Where
can
you
just
just keep sewing.
keep sewing and keep sewing and
Okay,
keep sewing.
strip piecing I did on
It's
her
not
one
strip pieced.
quilt, and that was hard for me.
So I have the name I have picked. If I don't change my mind, we had over 300 suggestions on names, which you guys are amazing.
Well, because why?
Because the one I pick, and it's the person that said that name first, because I think it was said many times. I will go through and do sort the comments from first to last and pick the winner. They will get a kit. So, you guys, if you're not following me on Instagram, you should. Because,
Yeah.
if I have to do that again, which I very well might do, because you guys came up with some amazing names, and it was like name after name after name after name. I'm like, oh, these are so good.
Yeah.
A lot of people said they look like Moroccan tiles, and I kept thinking that in my mind when I was making the pattern. But I couldn't put a name to it. I'm like, this looks like something. And then somebody was like Moroccan, and I'm like, that's what it is. Anyway, so that doesn't have to do with the name I picked.
Just so we're clear.
Just so we're clear. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so those are what we're kind of
like in the shop
work
kits.
Related. Mom worked on something.
Well,
I don't know that I'll show.
But we were on the retreat, and
this is what she brought to work on.
Katie, her oldest son moved out. He graduated and moved out, and so she has now a spare room, which has a bed, and she's made it into her like guest room office, and so it needs a quilt. And so
this is the pattern she picked.
Yep, she picked out some fabric, which was a whole fat quarter
Gingham Gardens.
And so I've got all the squares made. I've got all the little ones and the big ones all made.
So this quilt is a large quilt.
Yeah.
But it is really easy to make. There's no triangles.
Nope. And it's actually made to do for jelly roll, but I didn't have a jelly roll in this. I had a fat quarter bundle, and so I just cut everything up in 2.5-inch strips, and I'm making the largest one plus adding.
There's only one size.
That's right.
Pattern.
There's only one size, but I'm actually going to add a whole nother row, just so it will hang over her bed. And
She's
so
kind of made some notes here.
Yeah.
I do want to show you guys. I can show you this without it being crazy. It's actually a block. This is the block you make.
So you make all your little blocks, and then you sew those together to make a block.
Okay.
Is how you do it.
So
I've been on it.
And I've made several. I've made several of these, and they are so fun and
if you have jelly rolls in your stash
and you don't know what to do with them,
this is a great pattern.
Excellent pattern, because you just need your background.
Yeah.
And and I chose a cream for this, but I have done several of these, and they're easy, work up really fast, and yeah, Katie's really excited. And then I have some yardage that we're gonna make some matching pillowcases, and so when it's all done, we'll have to take a picture. So that's kind of what I worked on when we were sewing.
So I wanted to show a little whip. I'm actually not like working on it this minute, but Emily got my Corey Yoder stash out to check to see something. You didn't steal anything while you were in there, did you?
No, but kidding. I figure if I go through the bin again, I have the right.
Just kidding. No, you don't. So I designed this block, I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 years ago. I don't know how long it's been. And it's just a block pattern that you can get in the shop, and it's called Tea Time.
So cute.
This is the mini. This is the 6-inch block.
I want to make a whole, like a little wall hanging of these.
We also had a haul from her.
Oh yeah. Look at that amazing cuteness. 6-inch block. Look how small. Like this is my hand, this is the block. Yeah. And then we have the 12-inch block.
So cute. You just need to do a whole quilt.
I am going to do a whole quilt. I'll show you all the blocks I have. It kind of like inspired me to keep going after bringing this out yesterday.
Yeah,
look
really
how sunshiny that is. It's like a sunshiny day.
Yeah, it's really cute.
I don't know about you, but my love for yellow
has grown.
Yeah. Like I really love yellow. Okay. I've got batting behind some of these. Here's this one.
Pretty.
If you ever need to do like a mug rug.
You know what would be really cute is out of the 30s.
Oh yeah, because they're all tiny prints.
Yeah, because it's tiny prints. That's pretty.
I'm just putting this out there. If you needed a mug rug to make for like a block swap,
Be perfect.
You know, I actually was just thinking.
you could border this, and it would be a fabulous mug rug.
I have an idea.
Don't put it in the universe. Don't do it.
I think it'd be
We
cute.
have this thing. If we say it out loud and put it in the
Someone else
universe,
is gonna do it.
somebody else will do it, and it actually has
Happened.
happened to me recently. Almost an identical
Pattern.
and I'm not gonna like say anything because it
is what
happens.
is.
It
It
happens.
just happened.
Like we can have the
We
same
had it all
ideas,
made. We had it ready to go, and then all of a sudden, boom! It was already.
and
out
I'm like,
there.
I can't put that out there.
Yeah.
And it's really weird how that happens. It's happened
If
to
you
me many
want to
times.
know the background story, read the book Big Magic, right? Is that what it's
Yes.
called? Big Magic. It's the girl who wrote Eat, Pray, Love. I can't think of her name.
I can't either. But if you want to
It
be
explains
inspired
that.
by creativity and really go in deep about creativity, and you have to read this book. That's why I say ideas.
Have their things.
They're things, and like if I don't act on an idea, this is kind of the premise of the book. If you don't act on an idea
It'll go to someone else.
or an inspiration, then somebody, the universe or whatever you want to call it, goes to someone else. The idea is out there. It's going to happen. Haven't you ever been like, oh, I had that idea, and it's somebody else has done it, like, or this would be such a great idea, and then all of a sudden you see it, and it doesn't have to be quilt related. It can be anything in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Yeah.
And so we have this running joke about
Putting it
if we
in.
put it out in the universe and speak it out loud, it's like we have to do it. So I'm forbidding it. Just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, it has to do with your
That's
blocks.
cute. Okay.
I was
Okay,
just
go
saying
ahead.
you could do like a couple, like a block or two, or do it in neutral tones. Because I have like
Somebody
a coffee
did that.
bar, and it'd be cute to like hang it or have it by your coffee bar.
Kristen
I love
Gard is, I think, her name. Her Instagram handle is The Well Loved Home.
Let's see.
You need to hit up her Instagram. She makes so many things. Like, I don't know how she has time to make it all. But she did, I believe it was her, and I'm going to feel really dumb if it wasn't, is she took this block and she made a runner.
Let's see if I can.
Maybe Emily.
She's made a lot of your stuff.
I know. I love it. I love seeing what she makes. This one's my favorite, the gray on the gray.
Mhm. That is cute.
Amazing. And then, oh, this one's cute too. Another yellow one. Like, I want to get back into this project, you guys.
Yeah, she's made a ton of your stuff. That's cool. It's fun to see on people.
Yeah, go
making
check
stuff.
out her Instagram.
And
So
then
the block
Emily-
pattern, sorry,
Oh,
the
sorry.
block pattern we were talking about comes in 6 and 12 inch. Mom did a tester block. Did I take it out of here?
Oh, it's right
Isn't
here.
that Linda said it'd be cute by a coffee bar? I agree. Like either do one or like three. Because
I gotta
I've
make
made one
some
with
for
three.
Kathy.
For Valentine's, I did a runner.
Or a coaster?
Remember? I did the runner.
Ye-
For,
Oh,
that was
you
Love
did the
Mug.
love mug.
The love mug runner is what I did for Valentine's. But I think it'd be cute to do neutral because my coffee bar area is all like black and gray and brown and like natural tones. It'd be cute to have one by that.
Mom did a tester for me as well, and this is her.
Look at that. How cute.
Look at the cute little penguin in the middle. That line was
And
from
this
probably
was,
5 or 6
all
years
we did
ago.
was usually when we do testers, I just go through a huge box of scraps and go,
Yeah.
okay, this is big enough, this is big enough. So,
A
So cute.
freaking
and believe me,
mug,
eh,
sew along. You guys, I have all these ideas. It's just I don't have the capacity to
What
do them
fabric
all.
line was that? The Christmas?
The
Do you remember?
Christmas? Are you talking about this one or this one? The green or the Christmas? Let me know and I'll tell you.
you don't know both?
Okay, this one is a variety of lines from Stash. The middle penguin, that's from a line from like 5 or
5
6
years ago.
years ago
Yeah.
from Studio E.
Yeah.
Like I remember that
I
specifically.
made, yeah.
Um,
I
the
made several
red
projects out
is
of that.
Blossom by Christopher Thompson, and the red star Bunny Hill.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
You are so good.
I have a
I can't-
photographic memory.
I cannot remember.
gotten better.
This is Corey Yoder fabric, and all from my stash. Not all of it's from one specific line, but a lot of the blocks I just showed you were Canning Day by Corey Yoder.
Someone said I thought they were from one line. Good matching. Yeah.
Good matching, Mom.
Yeah.
All right, Emmy. She actually did sew on our retreat.
She impressed her sisters.
Yeah,
on
they're
how-
like, you did that fast.
Yeah. Like Jessie went and laid down and had a nap, and she came back out and it was done, and she's like, "You did that already?"
Yeah. I thought it took me forever, but apparently not. I did the Rosewood Star kit. We kitted this last fall.
And she hoarded it.
I ordered
So
didn't realize
it's
she hoarded it.
interesting because sometimes she'll bring out this bin. And it's like
Oh, you have this?
full
of kits.
of kits. If
I'm
she likes
gonna-
it, she puts it in the bin and hides it.
Yeah. She's a hoarder.
She's a true quilter, you guys.
I've made this block a few times. It's a fun one. And all my points are pretty on. There's
Yeah,
a
it
couple
looks
that aren't,
beautiful.
but I want to get this done for fall.
Yeah. Beautiful.
It was super.
The Rosewood Star. Oh,
It's one of my
man.
favorites.
You
for
can
sure.
do that in any fabric and it's gonna look amazing. We've talked about it so many times doing a Rosewood Star
Yeah.
quilt. And
I have
it
one
just needs
block
to
done
come to
for that.
fruition.
I need to just spend a day cutting.
You guys, I'm a true
Yeah.
quilter. I can't leave the house without thread. Okay. On our retreat, we stopped in Cedar City, Utah, which is towards the south end of Utah.
Yeah.
And there's a cute little quilt shop called Stitching It Up, I believe. They have an Instagram. It's Stitching It Up. And
Really nice lady that was in there working.
we
She was very
kind of went a little crazy on this line of fabric. If you guys can find this line,
It is
That's
so
so
cute.
it is adorable. Let me look at the selvage. I don't even know what it's from. Oh, it's one of those that don't have the name. Does it have it on any of these?
I love this piece. Oh, good. You got a bunch of them. I was like, I looked after she grabbed
Oh,
it.
you
I was like,
ordered this before.
Wait.
yeah, we have bags.
No, I
made out
did
of it.
order it. I just got it from another
Oh.
quilt shop.
Is this the same line?
None of the selvages have any.
Is this the same line?
Oh, yes.
Studio E.
So it is
Okay,
Studio
okay. Are
E.
you guys ready? I'm pretty sure this is.
From last year.
Usually, there sometimes is a date. Of course, it doesn't have the name. We got the part without the name. Is that the only one that has
Anyway.
the name? Okay, it's a 4th of July line. I believe it was
This is my favorite piece.
Patriotic Parade by Amanda McGee for Studio E. This is my absolute favorite right here, you guys.
That's so cute.
Look at that.
I think this is from last year. So if
I can't
they
believe
did
this.
not have yardage,
We just had, like,
they just had
scraps.
some fat quarters, and that's what we
We
bought.
took every fat quarter they had. So good luck. Go
Sounds
up
like
close with that.
baking.
Yeah. See, it's got
It's-
like baking stuff.
Oh, it's adorable.
It's adorable, you guys. I don't really know what we're gonna do, but
than
we
just
just had
keep
to. And then we got the white cherry.
I showed, that's my
Oh,
favorite
you showed
one.
that. Oh, and then the bikes.
There's a blue
There's not a
cherry.
patriotic parade without the bikes.
So cute.
I have no idea what we're doing.
I love the color palette like of
Yeah.
this too. It's
It's
so
really
cute.
pretty.
And then
It's like a
completely
happy
on a different level of cuteness are these tiny roses. These are all Brenda Riddle prints. They had a lot of Brenda Riddle in the shop. I got half yard cuts of these 3. I'm a sucker for tiny prints.
Prince, me too.
And then we got, I have a project out of Little Tree, and Emily kind of fell in love with this line. So
love
we
it.
picked up, they had some They actually had some layer cakes there too, and she
should've
kept saying, "I should have got the layer cake. I should have got the layer cake."
But I looked on Etsy and I found a fat quarter bundle, but
That was a great
it's like,
line.
do I really need it?
But yeah, we had fun shopping there. It was cute. It's a cute little store.
All right, guys.
And right next to it was a old-fashioned drugstore with an old-fashioned
It's
soda
like
shop,
candy
like
and
candy soda shop.
That's cute.
So cute.
Yeah,
Really
so
cute.
if you ever drive through Cedar,
Utah.
stop at that cute little quilt shop. And then if you keep going, it's on Main Street. It's like an old school Main Street, like, you know, the old town feel. And then they have, like Mom said, they have a soda shop. They had like a home decor shop. And they were all connected. So you just went through.
You walked into
Like
the one store.
you didn't have to go outside. They
Yeah.
had a walk. They had doors so you could go through each one.
It was really cool.
And the old soda shop was so much fun. They had all the penny candy.
Yeah.
And they had the
really
real
good-
soda, like
yeah.
milkshake, whatever those things are.
Yeah.
The
It was really
old-fashioned.
Yeah.
Really fun.
I think there were some comments.
Yeah, someone asked, what project quilt pattern would you recommend for the patriotic prints? I love those kinds of fabrics, but rarely know what to make with them.
So, as a quilt pattern designer, I take in account of large quilt or large prints because, oh no, Zoe, is she okay? Sorry.
She's just hacking.
Zoe's hacking. Because sometimes I'll be given a line of fabric and they have those novelty prints that you see right here. This is what I like to do. I like to design something that either has a larger center, like the rosewood star,
Like here or here.
or here. That's a place where you can put those fabrics and it would do justice to the fabric.
And then do blenders on the smaller.
And then you would do what are called blenders, so when a designer, oh Lord, I'm so sorry for that noise. I don't know what is happening over there.
She's coughing.
She's coughing. She's getting old. Anyway, okay. This is what I would consider a blender. When a fabric designer, what I look for in a good line of fabric is obviously they have a focal print. So this would be your focal print. And then they pair that with blenders. This would be a blender because it reads more solid, if that makes sense. So this would be another focal print.
Or then you could pick like a solid.
Or then there's your tone on tones. So I don't have an example. Oh, I do have an example of a tone on tone. And I appreciate all of these in one fabric line. I like to order fabric. I'll order a large print, like your focal print, and then I order blenders. A good example of a tone on tone blender is this print right here. It's got the light blue with the crosshatch of the dark, well, aqua or green or teal or sea foam. I don't even know what color that is. So I try when I'm designing a pattern, especially when someone comes to me with a line of fabric and says, hey, I want a pattern designed. I take into account all of the prints. And if I can, I like to use all of them in the quilt if I can. Sometimes it's just not an option and it looks way too busy. But I like to have my eye rest. You need a resting spot for your eye. And that's how I like to place my fabric when I design a quilt. I like to make sure it's cohesive and it all works together. And like the reason this one works, it's all very scrappy, but they all read like when you look at this, you kind of see just colors. And that's because these prints are tone on tones and they read as solids.
Yeah.
And then you have the scrappiness and it all comes together. Wow. What was the original question?
She didn't know what to do with the 4th of July
Oh,
fabric.
yeah. So the Rosewood Star. I have a quilt pattern coming out. It's so pretty. And actually patterns are arriving. FedEx said they're arriving today. Fabric hasn't been released yet, but I have showed it on
Is it the Christmas one?
the Christmas one, the Legacy. It's called Legacy. They're oversized stars with a really pretty chain block. That would be an amazing quilt. That's what I would use a large print for, and then add in the blenders. So it's all about balance. So
Yeah.
if you guys have any other questions about how I pick things, like I love answering it and explaining, because it's actually a process. Like I don't really talk about it.
No, she don't.
I don't talk about it, but in my mind, I'm using all of these things. Like, is it balanced? Is the color balanced? Is the print, the busy prints to the more solid looking prints balanced? So anyway, that's my answer.
Yep.
After 20 minutes. Any other questions? Comments?
No.
All right, guys. I think we've been talking your ear off long enough. How long has it been? Like an hour?
Yeah. Let's wrap
We got to
this
get
up.
back to
Let's
work.
wrap this up. Okay.
Yeah, we've got to get back to work. We've got tons more projects.
She said, thank you for your insight on how you design your patterns. There is a lot to take into account when designing. I also appreciate when the fabric lines include blenders.
That's one reason why, like before Lindsay even got into quilting, is I was a kit buyer. I have a hard time knowing what goes good with what, especially if it's not all one line and you got to sit there. And I've got several quilts before we started our business that I would drag Lindsay to the store and say, okay, I want to do this pattern and I like this line, but there's not enough fabric. And so she would go with me and she would mix and match for me. And so that's one thing I like about our kits is
We've done that work.
we've done that work for you. And I love it. I am a big kit buyer. If it wasn't for Lindsay and our business, I would be out there buying 10,000 kits every day. And I did. I was.
And it's something you either, I don't want to say it comes naturally, because like for me it kind of does, but I feel like you can learn it too.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like you can learn, and you know what?
Well, it's a lot of work. It's like the cross stitch, how we've said the artist picked those colors deliberately
To make
it
that all
easy on us, because
cohesive
when you
and
do
nice.
change the colors,
Yeah.
you run into problems.
Yeah.
Like you really do, and I've noticed that. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
so it does the color.
Sometimes I think if I was to put something together, it'd look like my little 8-year-old granddaughter put it together. So
It would be rainbows and unicorns.
yes, rainbows and unicorns. That's what it would be.
Yeah. So yeah, there is quite a bit of thought process that goes into when we do kit things and when we make samples. It's a long thought process, and sometimes Mom will make it, and I'll be like, no, that's not working.
And then I'm like, I gotta do this again.
Literally, there's a project
gotta
we
make
have
it
both
again.
made 3 times, I think. We finally hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
It I don't know why, but
It's,
sometimes that happens, and then sometimes
I
it just effortlessly comes
I
together.
hate
Yeah.
making things 10,000 times
when they
I'm
don't
not-
work out.
when they don't work out.
But guess what?
When I
we've
have-
we've both made
Oh.
it now,
It's perfect.
and it's perfect, and it's going to the printers hopefully this weekend.
Yeah.
Before we go, Cottage box. I've had a lot of people message me, and if I don't always answer your message or request, it's not, I just have so much going on that I don't always like, I'm always like, okay, I'm going to answer that, and then I think I answered it, and then, you know, I've had a lot of questions about the Cottage box. So we have 2 different boxes. We have a quilting box, which we call the Cottage box, and then we have our sip and stitch, which is cross stitch. Cottage box for quilting is coming out this month. I don't have a specific date because said pattern that we were just talking about,
We all had to make it 3 times.
we all had to make it 3 times because my math wasn't adding up, and it finally
worked.
I figured out my mistake. So, Cottage box, it is going to be summer / patriotic. You get both of best worlds.
Yep.
You guys are gonna love it. You're gonna love the pattern. It's so cute. It's pure summer. And Cottage box, I posted the date and time in the newsletter, so that's why it's important for you to be subscribed to the newsletter, because that's where you'll get all the information.
And they go fast.
Yeah, sometimes they sell out in minutes, and so, oh man, it's gonna be a good one.
We should have a date here.
As soon
Set in
as
stone
I get
pretty
this
soon.
off to the printer, I will nail down a date, because that's the only thing we're waiting for.
Yeah.
So, anything else?
That's it.
All
A lot
right.
of people just said, yeah, they're kit buyers, so.
Well, we appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. We love all
Thanks
of you.
for listening to our rants.
Yes.
And you know
it
what?
makes our day.
We love coming on here and talking to you guys, and
It's because we don't work outside the home. It's just us.
it
You
feels
guys
like
are
we're
awesome.
you guys are our friends. So we really appreciate it. And next week we will be back for Floss Tube.
Yep.
We've
All right.
released a lot of good stuff lately,
Yeah.
so we have lots to talk
You
about.
guys have an amazing weekend. Happy Mother's Day to all you wonderful, beautiful ladies out there,
Yes.
young and old.
I'm not doing a thing
Yep.
that I don't want to do this weekend.
Same
Good
here.
to know.
My
Just
my
kidding.
husband has already declared Mom is not doing anything
Yep.
this weekend.
It's going to be a wonderful backyard.
Backyard, chill,
Good
cross
food.
stitch, yummy food, barbecue.
And
Eat,
her
cross stitch, and
husband will,
sleep.
he will spoil us to death.
My husband, yes, he is so good at spoiling.
He's sweet.
All right, guys.
Okay.
Have a
We will
good
see you
week.
next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.